time to read Chapter 6 of The Giant Germ. Being in that washer was like having a huge waterfall crash down on us. I was starting to feel as if this were the unluckiest day of my life. "Time for the shield," said Mrs. Frizzle. She hit a button on the dashboard and a thick, clear shield went up around the bus. "There, that will keep the water and heat outside the bus where they can't hurt us." And not a moment too soon, hot, soapy water already gushing all around us like a gigantic car wash. "Look, the viruses are getting washed away," Wanda said. The soapy water made everything outside the bus slippery. As we watched, the tiny cold-causing viruses slid away from Jimmy's shirt and swirled harmlessly in the water. Soap makes everything so slick that it's difficult for the viruses and other microbes to stick to anything, Mrs. Frizzle said. "And if they can't stick, they can't make you sick." "Keeping it clean is the way to stay microbe-free," Carlos said just then. The soapy water made the magic school bus slide away from Jimmy's shirt. We swished and swirled about. With all the bad luck we'd had so far, I was sure we were going to get washed down the drain with the water and cold-causing viruses. But guess what? When the wash-rinses cycles were all finished, we wound up perching on one of the wet folds of Jimmy's shirt. "At least it's clean," Phoebe said. "No microbes." We all felt a jolt as Jimmy's mom pulled the shirt from the washing machine. We could see her give it a shake, and then the magic school bus went flying across the kitchen. Plop! Next thing we knew, we had landed in a mound of sticky, moist dough. My mom does a lot of baking, so I know exactly what the sticky stuff was. "We're on top of some homemade bread dough," I told everyone. Jimmy's father began to pat down the dough into a loaf pan. There was just one problem. The magic school bus was being patted too, right down inside the dough. "This is what I call a sticky situation," Carlos said. The dough was already starting to cover the windows of the bus. The last thing I saw was the smiling face of Jimmy's father as he slid the loaf pan full of dough, and us, inside the oven to bake. "What's he so happy about?" I said. "We're about to be baked to crisp." Stay tuned for Chapter 7.